Forget the bread. This easy recipe will totally surprise you at breakfast. I'll start by grating one whole carrot. You're going to fall in love with this recipe. I made sure to keep everything super detailed so you won't have any problems when preparing it. It'll turn out perfect. This unique method is going to change the way you see simple recipes. I'll put the carrot in a bowl. Add 2 eggs. Keep mixing until everything comes together. It's one of those recipes you make once and never forget because it's so delicious and practical. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout-out. Today's shout-out goes to Emily Johnson from Austin, Texas. I'm really happy you're enjoying these recipes. I'll add 1 cup of milk and also 1 cup of oat flour. Mix it well, no rush. The best part is that you'll only need a few ingredients. You probably already have them at home. These exclusive tips you'll only find here with me, a way of cooking made especially for those who want to save time in the kitchen. It's so easy to make that even someone with no cooking experience can prepare this treat. Look how it's turning out. I'll add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Mix it once more. This recipe has a few steps where we need to mix the ingredients really well. But if you take your time, everything will come out just right. Each ingredient was chosen with flavor and nutrition in mind. Perfect for anyone looking for a more balanced meal without giving up on taste. I'll spread 1 tablespoon of butter in this pan. I'm using a brush to make it easier. Have you ever made a different kind of recipe like this? If you know a trick, you can share it with me. Now I can pour the mixture into the pan. Spread it evenly with a spatula. It needs to be nice and level. I made this yesterday for my friends, and they loved it so much they asked me to show it here for you. I'll cover and let it cook for 6 minutes. After that, I'll use a plate to flip it and cook the other side. The smell is already filling up my kitchen. It's perfect. Cover again and let it cook for another 6 minutes. Now I'll move it to another dish and it's ready. The smell is so good your neighbors will want to know what you're making. I'll cut it and place it on a plate. When you try it, you can send me a picture. I'd love to see how yours turned out. It's so tasty it won't last long at your house. The texture is soft and fluffy, just perfect. Now that you've learned how to prepare a delicious breakfast, you can surprise the people at home. I'm sure everyone will love it. A flavorful, nutrient-packed recipe. Everyone's cooking Oreos after seeing this genius idea. I'll start by adding 180 grams of Oreos into this pot with hot water. Mix it well until everything comes together. You're going to fall in love with the result of this recipe. Now I'll add 1 cup of sugar. Then 1 cup of milk. Mix it well again until it's all combined. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout-out. Today's shout-out goes to Matthew Collins from Chicago, Illinois. I'm so glad you're enjoying our recipes. Now I'll transfer this to a bowl. I'll add 3 eggs, 1/4 cup of oil. Mix it well until fully combined. This became one of my favorite recipes from the very first time I tried it. I just can't stop making it now. Do you also love chocolate cake? If you know a secret trick, let me know. I'll add 2 cups of wheat flour. Mix again, slowly, no rush. Besides being delicious, this recipe is super nutritious. The ingredients I picked are rich in flavor and also good for your health. It shows you can eat well and still take care of yourself with recipes like this. With just a few ingredients and little time, you can prepare this treat. Look how it's turning out. Perfect like this. I'll add 1 tablespoon of baking powder to give our cake the right shape. Mix again. This recipe has a few steps where we really need to mix well. But just take your time and everything will come out perfect in the end. It's so worth it. I love making chocolate recipes. The flavor is just amazing. Now I'll pour everything into a greased baking pan. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. In a pot, I'll add 2 cups of condensed milk. To make it even better, I'll add half a cup of heavy cream. When combined, these ingredients create an explosion of flavor. Everyone will love it. When you make this, take a picture and send it to me. I'd love to see it. I'll add 1 cup of milk powder. Mix it again until fully incorporated. Once it reaches this texture, it's perfect. Now I'll spread this mixture right over the cake. Make sure to cover it well. Look how beautiful it's turning out. It's a simple recipe, but the secret is in the combination of ingredients I used. If you also get the quantities right, I'm sure yours will be just as perfect as mine. Now just cut it and serve it on a plate. It works for any occasion. It's a great option to bring the family together. Let me know what you think of this recipe. I'd love to hear from you. And you'll see, you don't need to spend hours in the kitchen to enjoy an amazing dish like this. Everyone's making pork like this after seeing this brilliant idea. I've got 1 kilogram of pork here. It already has a few shallow cuts on the surface, but I'm gonna slice it open down the middle and butterfly it just like this. Now I'll make a few more shallow cuts on the inside. Go ahead and do this across the whole piece. All set. I'll cover it with plastic wrap and give it a good pound with a meat mallet. I made this yesterday for my friends and they loved it so much they asked me to come show it to you. The best part is you can do it fast and with just a few ingredients. Now I'll make a few more cuts at the end, like this, into strips. I'm going to roll up these pieces I cut. Repeat the process at home. I left everything super detailed so you won't have any trouble when you make it. Done. In a bowl, I'll add 1 chopped onion, half a chopped red bell pepper. I'll mix well, no rush. Tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout out. Today's shout out goes to Jason Miller from Denver, Colorado. I'm so happy you're enjoying our recipes. Now I'll place this mixture down the center of the pork. I'll add 1 teaspoon of salt. I'll also add half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm adding 1 boiled egg. I chopped it to make things easier. Now 100 grams of chopped ham and 100 grams of mozzarella cut in half. When these ingredients come together, it's a flavor explosion. Time to close up the meat. If you're unsure about anything, just follow along with me. I'll use toothpicks through the cuts I made so the meat seals up nicely. It turns out so tasty it'll disappear fast at your place. In another bowl, I'll add 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of mustard, half a cup of cucumber water, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika. I'll mix well until it all comes together. No rush. Now I'll set the meat in this bowl. I'll spoon the mixed ingredients all over the pork. It's already looking gorgeous. When you make it at home, send me a photo. I'd love to see it. With few ingredients and little time, you can pull off this delicious dish. Perfect. Just like that. Now I'll bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. Time's up. Look how amazing that is. The aroma's already filling my kitchen. Even your neighbors are going to smell how good it is. Now that you've learned it, you can wow everyone at home. Such a great option to bring the family together. There's no secret. Just follow the step-by-step. Got cabbage at home? Then make this delicious recipe right now. To start today's recipe, I'll cut half a cabbage into thin strips. Once it's cut, I place everything in a glass dish. This recipe is amazing. The result will surprise you. I'm going to add 3 eggs to a bowl, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and beat everything well. After the eggs are well mixed, I pour them over the cabbage and stir until everything is nicely combined. And before I forget, tell me what city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout out. Today's shout out goes to Ashley Miller from San Antonio, Texas. I'm really happy you're enjoying our recipes. In a pan, I add some olive oil and spread it well. This recipe has already become a routine in my home. And I'm sure once you try it, it'll become part of your routine too. Now I bring the cabbage mixture into the pan. I cover the pan and let it cook for 10 minutes. After that, I uncover it and, using a plate, flip my omelet. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce and spread it across the top. I bet you'll never want to make omelets any other way after learning this one. I'm sure this recipe will surprise you and your whole family. Next, I slice 3 hot dogs into rounds. Every time I make this recipe, I realize how much the final look depends on this step. This is where we get the texture right, define the finish, and turn the dish into something that wins people over just by the way it looks. Once sliced, I place the hot dogs over the top just like this. And this is the part where I always stop and think, would you add anything different here? Let me know, because it's through that exchange that the most interesting versions are born. Now I add mozzarella to taste. I love adding this ingredient. It's what makes our recipe look like it came straight out of a 5-star restaurant. Next, I add parsley to taste and let it cook for another 5 minutes on low heat. This recipe became part of my routine almost by accident. I made it once just to try it, and the response was instant. The smell took over the kitchen, the look impressed everyone, and it's been in my rotation ever since. Even people who usually don't say much ended up commenting something. And I totally get it. This is one of those recipes that doesn't need tricks or complications. You just follow it calmly and let the process do its job. Try it yourself and then come back and tell me how it turned out.